the dust of the arena. It tastes like iron and regret. For 30 years, it has been my companion, my confidant, my witness. 30 years of blood spilled on this very sand. Some of it mine, most of it belonging to men whose names are now whispered only by the wind. They called me Cassian, the Unbroken, a title earned with 1,000 scars, each one a story, a memory of a life I barely recognize as my own. I remember the roar of the crowd. It was a wave, a living entity that could lift you to the heavens or crush you into the earth. It was a drug, more potent than any wine, more intoxicating than any victory. They screamed my name, a chorus of gods and mortals, their voices shaking the very foundations of the Colosseum. They loved me when my sword was swift and my shield was true. They loved the myth, the legend carved in sweat and steel. But myths fade. Legends grow old. The wave of adoration recedes, leaving behind a silence more deafening than any roar. My body, once a finely tuned instrument of destruction, now betrays me. The joints ache with the memory of every blow, every desperate lunge. My breath comes in ragged gasps, a stark contrast to the steady rhythm that once powered a champion. My shield, this old friend, feels heavier than a mountain. Its battered surface is a map of my life, each dent a victory, each scratch a narrow escape. They've sent a new one today. Young, strong. His eyes burn with the same fire that once consumed me. He sees a relic, a stepping stone to his own glory. He doesn't see the man beneath the armor, the boy who was stolen from his home, from the fields of green and the smell of rain-soaked earth. He doesn't see the husband who whispered promises to a wife he would never see again, the father whose child's face has blurred into a dream. He circles me now, a wolf testing the defenses of an old lion. The crowd is a murmur, a distant hum. They are not here for me. They are here for the spectacle, for the inevitable fall of the old guard. They want to see the torch passed, or rather, extinguished. The harsh sun beats down, a single, unforgiving spotlight in this grand theater of death. It cuts through the swirling dust, illuminating the lines on my face, the weariness in my eyes. My grip tightens on the hilt of my gladius. The leather is worn smooth by my hand. It feels like an extension of my own arm, a part of my soul. I raise my shield. One last time. It's a familiar motion, as natural as breathing. But this time it is different. It is an act of defiance. Not against the man in front of me, but against time itself, against the fate that has chained me to this circle of sand. He charges. I can see the move before he makes it, the feint to the left, the powerful thrust to the right. My body knows the response, the slight pivot, the shield block that should be effortless, but my muscles scream in protest. The shield comes up a fraction too slow. It's enough. The impact shudders through my arm, a jarring shock that rattles my teeth. I stumble back, my foot catching in the loose sand. I see his eyes widen with opportunity. The kill, the glory. This is his moment. And in his eyes, I see a reflection of my younger self, hungry and blind to the true costs of this life. The price is not paid in blood, but in soul. Each victory chips away a piece of you, until all that's left is an empty vessel, a gladiator. My breath is a fire in my lungs. My vision tunnels. The roar of the crowd fades completely, replaced by a strange, ringing silence. I am back in the fields of my youth. The sun is warm on my skin. The air is sweet. I can hear my wife's laughter, a sound more beautiful than any emperor's praise. Is this the end? Is this the mercy I've been denied for so long? I look up, past my opponent, past the gearing faces in the stands, to the sliver of blue sky visible above the Colosseum's walls. A single bird soars freely. Freedom. A word I had long forgotten the meaning of. My legs give way. The shield, my constant companion, falls from my grasp, its clang echoing in the sudden quiet of the arena. I am not Cassian the Unbroken anymore. I am just a man who loved, who lost, and who fought until the very end. My spirit, though it does not kneel. It does not break. It simply lets go. In the silence, as the dust settles around me, I find my peace. The legend ends not with a bang, but with a whisper, a final, silent breath. My story is finished, written in the sand, soon to be washed away, forgotten, and that, in the end, is its own kind of victory. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more stories from history. Your support allows us to continue bringing these moments to life. Until next time.